Hello and welcome to Spectrum TV News at 12. I am Francis Oyima Edet, coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State. Let's take a look at the headlines. President Tinubu pleads for more time as NLC issues strike notice. National Assembly set to unveil ministerial list today. Plus, Prime Minister Shimhal says Ukraine investing heavily in drone technology for war. We'll bring you details of the stories and more in a moment. Many thanks for joining us. First in the news this afternoon is Nigeria's leader, President Bola Tinubu, who has made a passionate appeal to organized labor to give him more time to look into their grievances rather than embark on industrial action. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, made the disclosure after he led members of his leadership to brief the president on the outcome of the engagement with the National Association of Resident Doctors, NARD, which has declared a nationwide strike action. Meanwhile, the special advisor to the president on energy, Olu Vieheje, also met with leaders of the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress at the presidential villa to continue talks on palliatives to mitigate the impact of subsidy removal. Away from that, the federal government has told the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC that it is legally restrained from embarking on planned nationwide strike against the hike in the price of petrol and the high cost of living in Nigeria. Recall that the NLC had yesterday given the government a 7-day ultimatum to reverse all what it called anti-poor and sensitive policies or face a nationwide industrial action. Reacting to the ultimatum, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Justice, Jide Agba, in a statement said the union was restrained by the order of the National Industrial Court from embarking negotiations with the federal government rather than resorting to self-help and undermining the orders of the court. In a separate development, the media aide to the Senate President Jackson Akpabio has stated that the authentic ministerial list of President Bola Tinubu is set to be unveiled today. He urged Nigerians to stop speculating and wait for the Information Culture and Tourism in Nigeria. Lai Mohammed has been appointed as Special Advisor to the United Nations World Tourism Organization, UNWTO Secretary General Zora Polikinshavili said the appointment was announced during the opening session of the 66th UNWTO Commission for Africa CAF, currently underway in Mauritius. Reports say Mohammed is expected to bring a wealth of knowledge and experience to his new task, having consistently played instrumental roles in the affairs of the World Tourism Body for the past 7 years. Accepting the new role, the former minister expressed his gratitude, saying he was inspired by the confidence reposed on him by the Secretary General. Elsewhere, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has sworn in 16 newly confirmed commissioners by the State House of Assembly. The governor also sworn in the new secretary to the state government, Olanike Adeyemo, as well as the former acting head of service HOS, Olubunmi Oni, into substantive position as HOS. Also sworn in were 13 newly promoted permanent secretaries and the newly appointed Accountant General of the state, Kikilomo Adegoke. Performing the swearing-in at the Executive Chamber's Governor's Office in Ibadan, Makinde expressed confidence in the selection and capacity of the officials to bring their wealth of professional experiences to bear in governance. Back here, Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Omoino has warned that his administration will not entertain any form of excuses for underperformance as he set out to deliver good governance to the people. Governor Eno stated these at Ibom Icon and Golf Resort as the first ever policy converged Akwa Ibom dialogue enters day 3. The governor explained that the business meeting was packaged intentionally before constituting and assigning portfolios to would-be members of the State Executive Council to ensure all-round concentration and a comprehensive blueprint that would serve as a guide in delivering what is needed by the people in different sectors. The governor, while thanking the former Minister for Power, Bat Naji, for his time, charged the commissioner designates and others who intend to play any role in his government to pay rapt attention and take the deliberations seriously in order to be able to function maximally in any area and ministry that they will be assigned to serve, to ensure full implementation of goals packaged in their Rise Agenda document for the good of the people and development in the state.
Ask all the commissioner nominees to take notes. There were reasons why we didn't put portfolios. Because simple reason is we didn't want anyone to begin to guide their turf. All of these things, once we come back from the retreat and set the timelines. When you come for ESCO, the thing will be on the board and you just tell us. And there will be no excuse, please. So it's best we sit here now. I'm going to sit through. I just needed to step up to thank Professor Bat Naji. I needed to do that. Thank you so much, Prof. Thank you so very much. On behalf of the government and people of Akwa Ibom State, thank you so much.
In a related development, the Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Warner has opened up on the new vistas of governance with the restructuring of ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs. In a new arrangement, the Ministry of Agriculture has been merged with Rural Development, a new ministry created for water resources and sanitation, while Power will be standalone ministry. Governor Moino made this known on the day 3 of the ongoing 4-day summit to kickstart the implementation of the Rise Agenda tagged the Akwa Ibom Dialogue at Ibom Icon Hotels and Golf Resort, Uyo, where he also announced the constitution of a new executive council for his administration today, July 27th. The governor decrying the exclusion in some water-related benefits from the central government and donor agencies said with the creation of a designated ministry for water resources, the state will be fully integrated in the United Nations Water, Sanitation and Hygiene WASH program, have structures to implement the existing water law and tackle other water and sanitation issues appropriately.
The Ministry of Power is going to be a separate standalone ministry on its own. So we're merging environment, petroleum, mineral resources, however we want to code it, into one ministry. I'd like to announce that the Ministry of Agriculture will now merge with the Ministry of Rural Development. And we're going to have Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. Because agriculture is in the rural areas and there are so many things we need to rearrange in this dispensation. I'm not too happy with the work Ibom Fadama has done. I've asked for a report since I became governor. The working capital, the shareholders fund that was paid into Ibom Fadama has been depleted, and I'm aware of that. And we are still keeping that management. We need a brand new management that we will be able to work together and link the farmers to the bank. We have 496,000 farmers.
Meanwhile, Rotary International District 9142 says it will be installing Rotarian Akan Emma as her 7th governor this Saturday, 29 July. The chairman of the Installation Planning Committee, Barrister Basi Akanem, said the installation, scheduled for 12 p.m. at Ibom Hall, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, will be attended by all the district governors and Rotarians from the 7 states that make up the district. Addressing journalists in Uyo on preparations for the event, Barrister Akanem said Rotarians who have registered to attend the event will arrive Uyo on Friday, 28 July. It said that as part of welcome activities on Friday, a praise and worship service is billed to hold at Destiny International Mission at Housing Exterior between 5 to 7 p.m. and a hospitality night from 8 to 11 p.m. at MGM Hotels and Suites, Daminigotuk Avenue, Yo. According to him, the installation of the Akanema as the 7th governor of the district will be chaired by the immediate past governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. He said that Akwabam Governor Pastor Umono, former governor of the state Udomi Manuel, Nigeria's former Attorney General and Minister of Justice Mohammed Adoke, the 2023 governorship candidate of the YPP, Senator Basi Albert, among other personalities, have been invited as special guests for the event. To add color to the event and promote the rich cultural attires of Akwa State, the chairman noted that Rotarians who have registered to attend the installation are to dress in native attires depicting the different ethnic groups in the state. For the listed the awardees to include Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Eyinaya Abaribe, Chairman of Top Media Group, Tony Afia, Chairman, Dudu Foundation, Ms. Edu Ofong, National President, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Isikuzo Chris, and Chairman, Ugwamba Leadership Academy, Uche Nwosu. In Niger, and announced that they have carried out a coup. They reportedly said they had dissolved their constitution, suspended all institutions, and closed the West African country's borders. Reports say Niger's President Mohamed Bazoum has been held by troops from the Presidential Guard since early on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken conveyed Washington's unwavering support in a call to Bazoum. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres also said he had spoken to the president and offered the UN's full support for him. Still in Africa, Russian President Vladimir Putin yesterday held talks with Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed ahead of a Russia-Africa summit. Putin has billed the two-day summit that opens in St. Petersburg today as a major event that would help bolster ties with a continent of 1.3 billion people that is increasingly assertive on the global stage. Reports say it is the second Russia-Africa summit since 2019, and some African leaders have arrived in Russia for the summit. To the foreign scene now, where Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal says more than 40 Ukrainian companies have contracts to develop drones for use in the war against Russia. Shmyhal made the disclosure when he appeared at a forum marking the first anniversary of the Army of Drones project that brought together Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicle manufacturers. According to him, the Ukrainian government has allocated about $1 billion this year for investing in Ukrainian UAV manufacturers. Still on the foreign scene, the general in charge of Ukraine's tutoring counter-offensive in the Salin-Sanda, Tanaksky, has said that Russian defenses are making it difficult for military equipment, including Western tanks and armored vehicles, to move forward. Tanaksky said his forces are struggling to overcome multi-layered minefields and fortified defensive lines. He added that Russia's military has displayed professional qualities by preventing Ukrainian forces from advancing quickly. Still to come in the news, President Tinubu expresses confidence of Super Falcons' victory against Australia today in ongoing WWC. Just stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us, and now to the rest of the news stories. On a business news, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and NPCL has said it discovered 162 illegal pipelines connections and illegal refineries in the Niger Delta, mostly in Bayelsa, in the past week. In a documentary by the oil company shared via its social media handle, NPCL said 93 illegal pipeline connections and 69 illegal refineries were discovered from Aboa and Mbogoda between July 15 and 21 and had been destroyed. It noted these as part of its fight against cruel theft in the country. Still in business, the Nigerian Employers Consultative Association has warned that the continuous rising of inflation, if not controlled, can hit 25% before the end of the year's 2023. In a statement, the Director General of NECA, Wale Oyerinde, said the recent decision by the Monetary Policy Committee (MPC) of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) to raise the monetary policy rate by 25 basis points to 18.75% could be chaotic to the growth trajectory of the nation. He said tightening monetary policy stance by raising the anchor rate had proved ineffective. Oyerinde urged the CBN to focus more on tackling the structural drivers of inflation, especially the supply side. The NECA DG further urged the CBN to work with relevant government agencies in addressing supply-driven inflationary factors rather than supporting future hike in MPR. To hell now, where the Niger State House of Assembly has urged the government to set up a committee to investigate the remote causes of the anthrax disease outbreak in the Suleja local government area of the state. This followed a motion of matters of urgent public importance brought before the House by the member representing Suleja constituency, Mutal Badaru, at the plenary in Minna. The Speaker of the House, Abdul Malik Sakindaji, said it has been resolved that the committee should consist of multidisciplinary experts to collaborate with the National Center for Disease Control and other relevant agencies to provide solutions to prevent the spread of the disease. He directed the Ministries of Livestock and Transport to collaborate with the police and other security agencies to intensify surveillance on farms, markets, abattoirs, and the movement of livestock within the state. Still in health, the Bauchi State Primary Healthcare Development Agency has confirmed 2 diphtheria deaths in 6 local government areas of the state. Executive Chairman of the agency, Dr. Rilwanu Mohammed, confirmed the outbreak during a news conference held in Bauchi. He said the agency collected 58 samples of suspected cases of the disease from January 2023 to date. According to Mohammed, the agency will scale up the immunization of pupils in schools across the affected communities. In sports, President Bola Tinubu has expressed confidence of victory for the Nigerian side on the Super Falcons clash with Australia at the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup. The President, in a statement by spokesman Dela Alake, conveyed his best wishes for the Super Falcons and the face the Ashes. The match against co-host Australia, which is currently ongoing, is considered to be a crucial and tricky game. Still in sports, the Nigeria Professional Football League (NPFL) has announced that the winners of the 2023-2024 season will smile to the bank with a jumbo prize of 150 million naira. The chairman of the NPFL, Benga Elegbeleye, disclosed these at the inaugural meeting of the newly appointed board. Elegbeleye also declared that the new NPFL season will kickstart on August 26. Recall that the winning prize for the last season was 100 million naira and was won by Yimba. On our entertainment news, Oluyinka Davids, an acclaimed Nigerian filmmaker based in the United States, has announced his newly released project, Prime and Proper, a powerful exploration into the lives of Nigerian immigrants living in America, featuring a captivating confessional-style narration that blends live action with real-time footage. Prime and Proper offers viewers an intimate look at what it means to be part of the community as it shares tales of courage, resilience, and determination through adversity. Reports said the film will showcase the achievements of successful Nigerians in various fields and aims to inspire and empower the Nigerian community. Still on entertainment, Irish singer and activist Sinead O'Connor has reportedly died at the age of 56. She was best known for her single, Nothing Compares to You, released in 1990, which went on to hit #1 around the world. Irish President Michael D. Higgins reportedly praised O'Connor's authenticity as well as her unique voice. Reports also have it that Irish Prime Minister Leo Varadkar paid tribute to her, describing her music as loved around the world with an unmatched talent. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do ensure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You've been watching Spectrum TV News at 12. I am Francis Oyima. Edit. Many thanks for being there and to enjoy the rest of your day.